Welcome back. It is now time for Legal Live. Joining me is Tom Winslow from Goldfinch Winslow Attorneys at Law.
Thank you for having me.
So here's how this works. There's things in the news that come out that have some legal ramifications or maybe none, and we get the perspective so we know if we're safe or not. And the thing that came out and got clarified and then it's not as clarified is masks.
Masks.
CDC came out and said, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask, but now suddenly everyone feels like, oh, I don't have to wear a mask. Not the case.
So yeah, mask is a big topic obviously right now, and so are vaccines, right? This is one of those things where you just don't really know 100% what the clarity is on what you should or should not be doing. And so a lot of the big questions around that is, what does HIPAA say, right? So HIPAA, we all know the term HIPAA, but it's about your health information. The big thing for HIPAA is it applies to healthcare providers, not to stores, not to restaurants, not to even all employers, right? So can an employer ask, hey, have you been vaccinated? Hey, can I see your vaccine card? And can stores do that? That's one of those big questions out there right now.
So if you're a business and you're curious if you want to make sure your place of business is safe, can you ask an employee if they've been vaccinated, or can you even tell them to go get vaccinated?
So this is the beauty, again, of the law, right? So this is a lot of that of an employment question. Most people are employed at will. And so if you're employed at will, they can ask, have you been vaccinated? Now here's the catch. Can they ask you why you have not been vaccinated? Probably not.
Okay.
Because that might lead into that question of health information, a protected ADA, right, Americans with Disabilities Act. This might lead into that. So the simple question of have you been vaccinated is probably allowed. And that's the same thing that applies to stores, right? Most stores are private stores. You know, they say, hey, you gotta wear a shirt. Well, why can't they ask if you've been vaccinated? But they can't ask why you have not been vaccinated. That's one of those key points.
So then there's maybe the legal gray area of vaccination cards, of carrying that with you so you can show someone, yes, I have been vaccinated. I don't want to wear this mask inside of your business.
That's correct. But you also don't have to show it to them, right? You have the choice not to consume that product if they're doing that. You have the right to walk out, right? So can they ask if you have? Probably. Can they ask you why you haven't? Probably not.
Right.
And are you forced to actually comply and show it to them? No, you probably don't have to do that.
So if that's the case, if the signage is there that says if you've been vaccinated, you don't need a mask, can they ask me to leave if I refuse to show them that I've been vaccinated?
It's a private entity, right? It's a private store. Most likely, if they feel that way, they can. They risk alienating people by doing that. But again, if it's your house and you want them in your house, you probably can ask them to leave.
Yeah, so a big, giant gray area here. If you've got any questions, how do they get in contact with you?
Feel free to give us a call at Goldfinch Winslow, 843-357-9301. Go to our website, goldfinchwinslow.com.